you're a woman over 50 and you've been thinking about starting a Skool community, I encourage you to not overthink it. I have a Skool community and I'm going to teach you 5 things that I would do if I had to start that Skool community over again. I've had memberships over the years, I've had multiple Skool communities. So I'm going to share those tips with you so that you can keep it simple so that you can get it started, so that you can start bringing those members in. So I am Knifey Burks. I am an entrepreneur. I help women turn their experience into income so that they can retire early and supplement their retirement income with digital assets. So I am going to let me read. So if you see me looking down, I have my notes because I want to stay on point. I don't want my videos to be super long, but I want to read a comment that I had yesterday because that's what this video is all about. That's the reason I'm creating this video. She said, loved your content. It's quick to the point yet personal. Just started school, want to get that going, would love ideas. Thank you. So thank you for your comment. For those of you that have questions, if you're a woman over 50, you have questions about starting your business, marketing your business, your digital products, your passive income, go ahead and comment so that I can create videos for you on this channel. I am doing 30 videos in 30 days. So if any of you have questions and it's a great video idea for me, I'll go ahead and create it. So let's jump into the topic. First thing that I would do if I were to start another Skool community. Now, a lot of people have multiple Skool communities. I have one now. I did have two, but one I moved off of the platform and just put it on my website because it no longer needed a support community. But I still have my current mentorship, which is passive income suite. It teaches women how to create passive income through digital products. So I'll drop that below for you to take a look at it. But the first thing that I want you to think about is don't build your community around money. Build it around your experience. A lot of times we build communities around the amount of money that we want each month. But when you build something around your experience, you're showing people the actual transformation that they can get. So, for example, if you are starting over from divorce and you want to create a community about that, or if you're a caregiver and you want to create a community about that, that's showing people what what the transformation will be or what help you will give them in that community. A lot of times we base our communities, we base our memberships on the amount of money we want to receive, which in a lot of cases we pull ideas from things that we see other people doing when it's not meant for us to do that. So that's the first thing that I would do. Make sure I'm creating my community based on my experience. I have had communities before where I saw things that other people were winning in, that was trending, things that I could do. So I put that in my community and marketed it, but it was not the right thing for me. So I would say make sure you're building around your experience, because it'll be easier to market your community. It'll be easier to go live and talk about your community and push people to it. It'll be easier to create YouTube content. If you're doing YouTube, Pinterest, whatever content you're creating, it'll be easier for you to do if you're basing it on your experience. Next thing you want to do is solve one problem only. My membership is to help women build passive income through digital products. That's it. I mean, there's some other things in there that help with marketing, but that's my main marketing point. That's what I always put out there. So you're solving one problem. One training that when I first started in business for online business back in 2014. It was a long time ago, 12 years ago. I used to follow a lady who did a online course about home organization. And I am somebody that's addicted to home organization. So she launched a course, and she encouraged me she was one of the main people that encouraged me to start my business because when she launched her course, she got so much traction. That was back when courses were brand new. So she motivated me with her organization video. So if you're or organization course. So if you're somebody that loves organization, you feel like you don't know what to start your community on, start it on something that you already do, something that you already love. Next thing is I want you to know that you don't have to be an expert. We're going to get into some marketing things in a second, but you don't have to be an expert. As long as you're a few steps ahead of the person that's sitting there researching on Google how to do organization or how to be a great caregiver or whatever it is, if as long as you have more knowledge than they have, you can start a community because you're always growing, you're always learning more, you can always pour more into that community. Next thing you want to do is build. I kind of just jumped into this. Build while you learn. You're in my community, I'm always adding courses. I'm always adding tools. I'm always adding templates. I'm always adding PLR products to help people save time when they're building digital products or their digital product suites. So this is one thing I always recommend to my clients. Um, for some of my clients, I build out their Skool platform for them as a service. But I always recommend to them when you're starting a Skool platform, even if you're just starting with one course in there, one mini course, don't overthink it, don't overdo it, don't pour too much in there. Because my very first membership, I think I had about 50, it was always on average between 50 and 75 ladies in there. But in that course, I just dumped so much into that course. In the end, ladies were telling me that they were overwhelmed because they were feeling like they were behind because they couldn't keep up with everything that I was adding to the course or to the membership. So I would say make sure you are just starting with one thing so that you're not one overwhelming yourself or two overwhelming your audience or your people that are coming in. And then the fifth thing is just keep it simple. Basically, add a welcome video. You have your one course, maybe one resource, which could be a checklist, a cheat sheet, or something like that. Keep it simple. That's how you're going to start the community. Now, you're probably wondering, how am I going to market the community? So for me, how I marketed my community was I already had a Facebook group, basically a curated Facebook group with ladies that knew me from social media that wanted to learn about passive income, digital products. And then I was also training on social media content. So my group, even though it's a small group, it's about 560 ladies. When I launched my membership, both of them actually, I put the information in my community. So if you have a Facebook community, that's one way to do it. If you are on YouTube, you can create a series based on your membership, teaching people tips about what you're sharing in your membership. Post that video on YouTube or create a whole playlist, and that entire playlist should push people back to your community. If your community is something that can be shared on Pinterest, put that on Pinterest. The reason that I'm so big on YouTube and Pinterest is because YouTube and Pinterest are digital assets. They basically are platforms where people will search for your topic or your niche, or anyone's topic or niche for that matter. And it can come up 3, 5, 6, 10 years later. Um, it's not like Instagram where you're just seeing what's on the feed right now. So if you're posting about your community and you're going on your anniversary, your year one of your community, and you're getting an influx of people in, it could be coming from YouTube. It could be coming from Pinterest. So I would definitely say make sure you're marketing your community on YouTube and on Pinterest if your community is something that you feel is should go on Pinterest. There are some businesses that may not be good on Pinterest. But then for the most part, there are good business like my business, social media or digital products. Yeah, that's Pinterest. So I would definitely put that there. So ways to market would be Facebook communities, your YouTube, if you have a YouTube, your Pinterest as well. Pinterest is not just for finding color schemes anymore. Also, I would start putting things in your stories. Start telling stories with your stories. So I would tell things that talk about things that were going on in the community in my stories. So I would make 3 to 5 stories, just telling the story about something that happened in my community and then linking people to my community. Simple ways to market. Some people use ads. There are communities that use ads and run ads to their community. I don't, I'm always organic, but I am planning to start running ads soon. So there's a lot of ways that you can market your community, but those are just a few. I just wanted to keep it simple so that anybody watching is not overwhelmed. Just pick one or two and run with them. Don't overthink it. Launch the community. And let me know if you have any other questions. I'm going to be here for the next at least 27 days straight. This is day 3 of my 30-day challenge. I am going to drop below the link to my membership, Passive Income and Prosperity, over on Skool. And then also, I am going to drop the link to a Pinterest training that I'm an affiliate for because Pinterest is going to be, and I'm claiming it for myself, Pinterest is going to be the biggest platform for me outside of YouTube, I would say within the next year. And then I say this because I am looking to make sure that I'm building a sustainable business so that within the next year or two, I can cut back on all of these hours of work that I'm doing and go into maybe a 3-day work week or a 4-day work week. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I'm using um, platforms like YouTube and Pinterest that will allow me to be searched year after year, allow my products to be found year after year. So I hope this helps. I just wanted to create this video real quick. I'll be back tomorrow. Not sure what the topic will be, but make sure you're subscribed and make sure you check out my most recent videos because I did them for a reason for women over 50 that are looking to build passive income through your digital assets. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments.